What's up everybody, I'm Abatage and welcome back to the Banner Saga. We are just leaving Frostveller with Rook and his party. We don't have a whole lot of supplies, we've got 6 days worth, but hopefully that will last us. You are finally free of Frostveller, but find yourself facing new problems. You hope that whoever Ivor knows at Wormtoe is willing to help. So we're heading off to Wormtoe. Oh, did I miss out on a conversation there? Maybe I did. If I did, I'm sorry. I do try to get all the conversations and everything, but that little conversation icon didn't come up last time. But we had a bit of a weird time in Frostveller. It was kind of strange. There were a whole lot of infighting and people fighting each other, and then we had to fight people, and yeah. I think we're going to run out of supplies. I hope not. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say that it tastes funny. Others start gathering by the basketful. Offer a piece to one. Take a bite yourself. Discourage them from eating the fruit. Observe someone who already ate some. Offer a piece to one of the animals in the caravan. Gather as much as you can. Observe someone who already ate some. After a short time, you note the slurred speech of a young man partaking of the fruit. Besides a little drunk, he seems perfectly fine. Well, I could take a bite myself, discourage others from eating the fruit, or gather as much as you can. Let's just gather as much as you can, we're low on supplies. Gather what you can, you tell the others, thankful to add any amount of food to your stores. Though a few people become a little drunk from the fermented fruits, nobody becomes sick. Beautiful. Plus 16 supplies, we're up to 7 days. Oh, good decision, Rook. Me? Whatever. That could have gone wrong. Morale has become poor. We should rest in a camp. Oh wow, I've never got down to that low before. Where I've had that come up saying we should rest in camp. But we've reached a godstone. Look at our party. What a groovy caravan. All these people with their pitchforks and stuff. You find a surprising number of people camped out at the godstone. They've been here quite a while, ever since the sun stopped. Apparently they think Radormir, the sun god, has come back, and they're worshipping him despite the bleak environment. They welcome the caravan, mingling and swapping stories with the others while you rest. They have almost nothing of value to trade, but their leader approaches and offers to let you join in their tribute. Accept their offer, ask what this tribute involves, politely decline and move on, decline and inspect Godstone before moving. Let's ask what the tribute involves. Gulen Furies, one says, showing you a golden liquid in a silver bowl. He places some on his chest, which almost sounds like it's sizzling, and explains through clenched teeth it's a gift from the sun god, an oil that burns like the sun and lets them see things clearly. Decline and move on, decline and inspect the godstone before leaving, see if anyone in the caravan is interested, try yourself. Let's see if anyone in the caravan is interested. Not surprisingly, you find no takers. You wonder how devoted you'd have to be to go in for it yourself. Inspect the godstone before departing, let's find out what it's all about. Nobody can really agree on what Radormir looks like, as fond as he was of his own isolation. He never directly contacted humanity. Most think he was a serpent that lived in the sun, and it's not uncommon to hear speak of seeing the tail of a great creature slipping through the thin clouds on a sunny day. Radormir was always one of the lucky gods, the kind who people thanked for good weather, healthy livestock and a good harvest. Despite all that, the biggest mystery has always been how his godstone came to be found at the bottom of a dried out lake. Wow. After some rest you continue on. The sun god worshippers are keen to stay, so you pack your things and return to the road, where we are going to rest, because we have terrible morale and that means everyone's going to be much worse off in battle, but we have fuck all supplies. Oy, this is becoming a bit of a difficult thing to manage. Oh, we have a conversation. Let's do that first. Hogan, just take it easy for a while. People are noticing. Oh, they've noticed, have they? We're on the edge of dying daily, and you want me to take it easy? Gods, I should be ploughing twice as many fields. You understand? Don't get us thrown out of this caravan, Mogan. It's not just you who suffers. Right, so you get married, have kids. Now I'm supposed to settle down too, yeah? What happened to two brothers clam up as you approach? They're kind of funny, I like them. That's right, I've got a kid to take care of. Cool your head, Mogan. Hogan departs, leaving Mogan looking awkward. Rook, what brings you around? Just heard yelling, came to check it out. Sorry, it was none of my business. Nothing, I'll be going. Just heard yelling, came to check it out. You come running every time you hear yelling? Must be why you look so tired. Look, it's not secret. I like women, Rook. They like me. They like the scar. That is a very sexy scar you have there. Good on you, Mogan. Forget it. Listen, all this death. Every night half the caravan cries itself to sleep. Pathetic. Come on, Rook. Be honest. This is a good living. Half the world just tilling soil till they keel over. What kind of life is that? We're lucky. You could go your whole life with no goals, no purpose, nothing to fight against but boredom and hunger. I'm glad for all of this. Not sure I agree. I guess what you're saying. Between us, I agree. I'm not sure I do agree, man. This is pretty fucking death and shit. Look at it like this. We're fighting to the death almost every day, yeah? You can curl up in a little ball of fear, you can go hide in the woods eating nuts and appreciating leaves or some nonsense, or you can enjoy the struggle. Know which one I pick? Anyway, just so you know, I'd never go for roulette. Promise you that. Or Oddleaf. All yours. Appreciated, Mogan. You crazy bastard. You depart, unsure whether your opinion of Mogan changed for the better or worse. Well, Mogan's a bit of a ladies' man. Now, we're going to have to rest, even though we don't really have many supplies. Normal morale, good. Let's eat up. Oh, we've got 4 days. 4 days? That's not good. Let's check the map and see how far we've got to Worm, whatever it is, where we're headed. Where are we headed? 10 points for whoever can pick it first. Before we get to the map, where are we? Wormtoe! Well, it's not that far, considering. Frostvilla was way back there, and we're already closer to it than we are. Alright. Let's keep going with that amount of supplies. We've got normal morale, so that's okay. We're not getting penalised. Our heroes are all rested. Oh, we're looking a bit healthier now. We're all level 2 with a couple of level 3s. So Mogan's the ladies' man and Hogan is the married man. Cool. Just double check. I don't think anyone needs a promotion, do they? Nope. Okay, let's head out of here and get on the road again. On the road again. Yeah, you might hear me sing that every now and then. It's kind of hard not to. What a desolate landscape we are confronted with. And what a dreary, bad state of affairs we're in. Several people have noticed black vultures circling above the caravan, taking advantage of the light snowfall. They pose no threat but have a visible impact on the mood of your clansmen. The next time you look back, Oddleaf is firing arrows into the air, which nearly tag the birds once or twice. Get lost, no dead down here, she shouts to nobody in particular. What are you doing? Let her get out some aggression, ask her to stop wasting arrows, join her in shooting the vultures. I either want to let her get out some aggression or join her in shooting at the vultures. Let's join her. First person to knock one out the sky gets her wish granted, you announce. Several of the caravan give it a try, including Alette, enjoying the sport and turning around morale. It's no big surprise when one of Oddleaf's blue feathered arrows bring down a bird. You know, says Oddleaf, scanning the caravan, a lot of these women, they could do this. You can tell from the look in her eyes she's excited about the idea. I think I'm going to start training them how to fight, she says. Encourage Oddleaf to train the women, try to keep her expectations in check, tell her you think it's a bad idea. Why not? Encourage her, man. We could do with all the fighters we can get. You can exactly. We can always use more fighters, you tell Oddleaf. If Alette is any proof, you know how to train someone with a bow. Oddleaf gives you a smile. She heads off to some of the women in the caravan, showing them the vulture she shot down. Cool. So we might get some more fighters. So at the moment we've got 434 clansmen and 71 fighters. And the clansmen can't fight. So we've basically got 71 fighters, and we got weak morale again. and only 2 days of supplies. The caravan consists of more clansmen than you ever expected. Accusations of stolen chickens, missing heirlooms, and concerns over daughters' virtues are the sorts of things you hear relentlessly. Even fighters complain of spreading too thin to protect everyone. Carry on and put up with it, try to address the major issues, try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles, form a council to handle these problems, or split the caravan. This is interesting. So we've got none of these really give a clear indication of what the outcome may be. I kind of want to try to address the major issues, or try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles. Squabbles? Squabble? What a good word squabble is. Form a council. Do we need that? That seems like a bit excessive. I mean, really? Maybe let's try to address the major issues. Animals are now split evenly amongst the caravan, you say, and everyone will maintain closer quarters to minimize the efforts of our fighters. Most everyone have trouble adjusting to the edicts, but overall the issues become less petty. So, not great, but not too bad. And we're fast running out of food. Please let this be a village or a town or something. No, it just looks like a forest. We've got 1 day of food left. Man, we are going to be so depressed by the time we get to this worm place. Oh, there it is, Wormtoe! Ahead you find what appears to be a good number of peasants surrounded by brigands. One of the armed men looks over his shoulder and says, "Gods be damned, this is all I need. Listen, don't interfere, and one of these supply wagons is yours." While remaining silent, the peasants plead to you with their eyes. Accept the offer. Back away from these people or die. What's going on here? Let's see what's going on here. Nothing concerning you, he replies. And before you start telling me otherwise, these are my clansmen. Thought they could run off with every scrap of food in the village. Now all I want is you to move on, so take your share or don't. I could really use the supplies, so that's kind of tempting, but I'd also, you know, I think of Rook as a fairly nice guy, so he wouldn't want to just abandon people in need. But then we also have been killing a lot of people along the way, which kind of begs the question of how much do we care about other people? Because, you know, we just killed a bunch of people at the previous town because they were messing with us. And well, because we were messing with them, essentially. So fuck it, let's take the supplies and leave. You nod, and a few of your men take hold of the supply wagon, bringing it into the caravan. Other clansmen take a bit of coaxing. They eventually turn their backs to the scene and move on, but in lower spirits. Of course, oh, our morale is fucking horrible. We have to camp. Because if we get into a fight at the moment, we are going to be fucked. And we didn't get many supplies at all. I don't know if that was a very good decision. In fact, I'd say it's not a good decision because we just had to spend all those supplies just to get our morale back up. God damn it. And we have 0 days as we approach Wormtoe.
Wormtoe was never the kind of place someone would build a town. Fittingly, the Var living here aren't known for welcoming visitors with open arms.
Holy cow, we just lost 9 clansmen and some fighters because we didn't have enough supplies. The Varl find you before you see them. Not surprising with this many people behind you. With weapons drawn, they demand to know why you're here. But back down when Ivor tells them he's come to see someone named Krumer. Krummer? I don't know, it's always hard to tell when there's no vowel between two consonants like M and R. But anyway. Well, I'll be damned. Look at this guy with his fucking metal haircut and big hammer. He's like... oh, dude. Krumer. I'll do that. That'll do. Krumer. It's like Moger, but Krumer. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, it has. What brings Ingvar to Wormtoe with his very own village of humans? Ingvar? His name's Ivor, dude. Bad news, dredge are coming down from the north. We barely made it this far. That is dire news. Come on, we have food. We'll discuss more in the mead house. Let us drink. As you follow the old Val into the meager town, you catch him quietly saying, if it were anyone else. Oh, so Ivor's got a bit of weight behind him. I've talked with the warriors here. I'll be honest with you. Half want to go north and find out what happened at Blotzbalker. These names. Some think we should go to Grofheim instead. None of them are happy you're here. What do you think? If I had it my way, I'd stay here and let the dredge come. That's because you're a fucking badass. Look at you with your one blind eye and your massive horns and your fucking metal white lush hair. But you made this a problem, didn't you? We can't feed this many people for long, even if they don't eat much. This is a Val town. Most of us take care of ourselves. You've got women, children. We could pitch in, make this place livable. It doesn't work like that. These Val are here to get away from civilization, not make one. It's Kruma's call. It won't be long before dredge are here too. No, it won't. If there's one thing we should do, it's tell Jorundur what's going on. Who's Jorundur? Val King. Well, as close to one as we have. Ingvar, where did you find these people? Stay here and rest, but once yours are ready to go, we do. Once yours are ready to go, we do. Okay. I'm going to see off those who want to head north. But I'll join you to Grofheim. Oh, good on you, Krumer, with your badass fucking setup. More travel? No, we've already come so far. Stop the pouting, girlie. Even if Jorundur won't listen to a tired old Val like me, I have a feeling they'll pay attention to your friend Ingvar here. They'll listen to Ivor? Ha, he hasn't told you? Of course he hasn't. Do what you need to, but don't be long. Oh, we really need supplies. Oh, we really need supplies. Let's talk to old badass metal over here. Your name is now Badass Metal. Krumer, can you spare a moment? Mostly no, but I'll try. I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality. Consider it done, then. How did you get all these Val to follow you, badass dude? Respect, young one. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other Val to fight. Got tired of that, made a place in Wormtur. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing, though, don't it? So, who is Ingvar? Ha, I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us long ago. I mean, the dredge-bashing type. He was called Ingvar then. And if you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle in gossip. I bet you have some incredible stories. I might. Or I could be the most boring Val you ever met. Depends on how much you like killing dredge. Ask me again someday. Might tell you about the time we filled dead yachts with whale teeth. And why? I like this guy. He's got sass. Any wisdom on fighting dredge? Depends how much you know. They're all armor. Tap them hard enough, though, and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag and they'll explode on each other all the way down. You get in a big brawl, half your time is spent setting them up for it. And if you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up. Ah, so they are calling more dredge when they do that. I best leave you to your business. I suppose you should. Take care, friend of Ingvar. So Ingvar's quite important. Old Ivor is, like, fairly popular. Oh, 1 renown gets 4. We are buying supplies. This is a good price. And we're going to use up a lot of renown to get it. But by fucking Jove, we've got it. 12 days. Oh, look at that. Feeling good about that. Oh. Weak morale. Let's rest. And again. Yep. Morale's back up to normal. And we'll give 1 more day just to really kick it in a bit better. Oh, that's a relief. And as we stop here in Wormtoe, let's end the episode as well, because we feel like, well, I feel like we're in a good position now. No real battles this episode, but a fair chunk of story. It's always nice for a little bit of a change of pace. Whew. But yeah, let's head on to wherever we're going for this King of Val dude down the road. Let's check the map and see where we've got to go. Hopefully I'll recognize it when we see it. I think Grofheim, isn't it? We're going to Grofheim? Yeah, we are. Ah, so our other dudes have just got to Grofheim. So now these guys are going to Grofheim. So we'll probably all meet up at one point. I guess. Kingsbarrow? But Grofheim's burning. Well, I guess we'll find out when we get there. But for now, I guess that's the end of the episode, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.